What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, man, we got ourselves the title track off of Jinjer's upcoming album, Wallflower, which is coming out this Friday, and you better believe I'm doing an album reaction / review to it. But anyway, guys, you know, with the past two singles that Jinjer have put out for this album have been really good. And I'm really looking forward to this album because, you know, their early stuff was something special. I really like Cloud Factory, but their last album was a little bit of a mixed bag for me. But this seems to be a step in the right direction for me. Anyway, very excited for this new music video. So let's see what Tatiana and team has to offer. So that's enough chit chat. So let's fucking do it. Oh, new logo? Or maybe it's just for this video. Well, like these kind of black and white videos with a splash of color. Oh, a splash of red. Ooh. Okay, starting off slow and nice. Weird kind of guitar effect. It's just laying notes right now. It just sounds a little bit odd though. And I think bass tapping, right? Yeah, that's got to be bass tapping. This video, really digging it. Yeah, see? He was bass tapping. Here we go. I think this track's going to be a bit of a slow burn, which is a nice change of pace from the previous two singles. The rest of the band wants the box. What's in the box? Ooh, okay, here comes the distortion. Ooh, see? Slow burn, let's go. Oh, Uzi. Oh shit, let's go. Such a smooth transition into the heavy sections, man.
Should I just go on or jump over the wall and say hello?
Oh, they're just like deflecting it, eh? It's like the Matrix. She's like Neo. She's the one. Man, something interesting happened there musically to slow things down. I think I missed it though. This video was all over the place for me, man. Cool though, it was cool looking. All right, yeah, let's just talk about the song. Peace, love, and harmony. That's how the video ended, with those 3 words. And I guess, yeah, I guess that's kind of what the video was trying to evoke. I don't know, it kind of lost me. It started off as black and white, then built into some color, and then with the Matrix kind of stuff happening. Regardless, it was cool, but more importantly, this song was really, really cool. Did I like it more than the last 2 singles? Not as much, but on the album, I think this is a fantastic track. Something like this is very good at keeping the pacing of the album like different and keeping it varied, but also like I feel like this song is a nice breath of fresh air from the previous 2 singles. So I think this track is awesome, man. So let's go through the pros and cons. So number 1 pro is the slow burn evolution to this song, because I feel like the past couple singles, or the very first one, Vortex, kind of had that a little bit. You know, it started off a little bit slow and jazzy and then built into this crushing breakdown at the end. This song was a lot more slow and vibey to get into a smoother transition to the heavier sections, but it was gradual. It wasn't like going step by step by step by step. This was like, felt like one long smooth transition to get to that ending. And I thought there was a lot of cool transition parts in this song, so let's talk about that after. You know, Tatiana's vocals, I feel like, were a good way of bleeding the song from one part to another. You know, you can tell with the guitars, they were doing clean setting and then would bring in the distortion slowly, but you know, it's like, oh, is this the heavy section or not? But then Tatiana's screams were kind of like transitioning into the heavier sections. And that just goes to show how much of a powerhouse Tatiana actually is as a vocalist, because like, you know, she's obviously got this really cool range, which is like a little bit jazzy, almost like Amy Winehouse or something. It's very interesting. But then when she does bring her harsh vocals, she like demands your attention. It is, I think that's why Jinjer Pisces obviously does so well for them. It's not just the fact that it's like a woman screaming, it's also like her charisma and her tone is just so brutal. It's such a crazy contrast from the clean vocals, and I think that's why Tatiana is such a big standout in this band. Instrumentals, like, you know, the bass work was really cool. I'm glad that, you know, the bass was almost carrying the whole song, especially the first half of the song. That bass tapping lick was really interesting. It was very smooth and just kind of laid the groundwork for everything else to like follow through. And so I thought the guitars were having some interesting picking chord patterns that just kind of like let the notes ring out at the beginning. And then when it got into the chunky kind of distortion section, it just worked really well from like, you know, all these components going in together. Again, drumming is another standout. It's the same thing that I've been saying about the previous 3 singles, where the drumming is so good. It's a little bit classy. It doesn't demand for your attention, but if you're paying attention, there's so many ghost notes happening where it feels very jazzy. Again, I feel like these guys are kind of positioning themselves as like the progressive jazzcore band. Like, that's pretty much how I'd call Jinjer's music. They're progressive jazzcore. They really have such a cool, unique tone that is unlike anyone else. And the big standout is obviously the drumming. You know, there's that, like I said, the ghost note work, and also a lot of accents, interesting fills that don't feel like other drummers. It has such a he has such a distinct style, and I think he is one of the, he definitely is, I don't think it, he definitely is one of the key members of the band. He is crucial to this band as well. I guess another pro to this is that I did kind of mention at the beginning, but I like how this is varied from the first 2 singles. Like, I really like that, because I don't know what I'm getting with Jinjer's releases. You know, the last album had some reggae sections, so I hope we get some of that in this upcoming album. But I do appreciate that they are playing around with structures as they typically do, also playing around with like vibe and tone of songs. So the first 2 were more like heavy hitters, and I think that worked really well to sell the album, because Heavy is in right now, and I fucking love my heavy stuff. So I thought the first two singles were really good for that. But this song, you know, is a little bit different. And if this was a first single, I don't know how much I would have loved it. But now hearing other singles, now hearing this track, I like this slow burn approach with their song, and it was a little bit more vibey. And when it did get heavy, it wasn't like shocking heavy. It was more that smooth transition. It was that build up to get to that fiery ending. I don't know why I said fiery. It just came into my head, but it applies, right? But anyway, guys, lots of pros to this song. So let's go to the cons. Nah, man, I don't have cons to this. I'm trying to think. No, it's another solid song. There's every part that was within this track was justified in how it was played out. Like, it all worked out really well. So there's, you know, it's Jinjer's music, and I just appreciated what they were doing with this track. Actually, when I think about it, a con could be this music video was confusing as hell. You know, when she brought out the Uzis, that's when the music video lost me. I know that if I pay attention to what's going on, it's going to make sense probably, but you know, I don't know. It started off as kind of like film noir, a little bit artistic, and then finished off as The Matrix, and I felt like it was a little bit polarizing. But that's a super minor complaint to otherwise a really sick tune, guys. Anyway, that's my thoughts on Jinjer Wallflower. And like I said, you're going to be seeing an album reaction / review on Patreon for this. Can't wait for it. But guys, that's my thoughts. I'm curious to know what your thoughts are. So comment down below. Spice up my life. What'd you guys think of this tune? I'm curious to know. Also, last but not least, if you got to this point of the video, then I appreciate the shit out of you, man. Bar on that. Thank you for tuning in. Till next time. Peace.